some nice big pawpaw trees. We're in Williamsburg. We're in downtown Williamsburg. Colonial Williamsburg at the garden in the historical area. It's really nice. We just had a chit chat with the lady in charge down here. She's pretty cool. A lot of interesting information, but there's some pawpaw trees down here.
There's a lot of stuff in these gardens. I'm gonna prickly pears.
Give you a quick run through and show you the gardens.
Beautiful.
Pawpaw trees are starting to come up right there. They're there. I don't know if you can see them in there or not. But there's a beautiful lady right there. A big old prickly pear. I don't know that part.
He shows that right after he shows me.
Well, you know.
Yeah, that's a big prickly pear.
Lots and lots of chives growing through here. Strawberries in there too, actually. There's lots of strawberries in here underneath the pawpaw trees, like a ground cover. Usually a living mulch. I'm not real sure what kind of tree this is. That's a pomegranate.
Is it? Yep.
See the little pomegranates on there?
There's a dwarf pomegranate.
Yeah, there's a bunch of these pomegranate trees in here.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. I don't know that they probably wouldn't grow around home though. She said this year's zone was 7B. Yeah. And then they got some herbs. I'm not sure exactly what those are.
Looks like a yarrow.
They probably are yarrows. Yeah, you're probably right. I always call them yarrow, but I guess they're yarrows here. Asparagus. Got lots of little berries on the asparagus.
Yep.
That means these are female plants. Those there would be male plants because they don't got no berries on them. Only females reproduce. That right there is huge and beautiful.
Chanel.
That's Chanel, is that what it's called?
I'm pretty sure. It feels like a straw flower, but it's not. I'm pretty sure that's a Chanel plant. But to see one that big is, I like taken back by it.
This is Saloia. Saloia.
That's that one there. Oh,
they're all the same
plant. I guess it would be. Look how straight that one is.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed.
Man.
Got some squash growing. She said they garden here about all year. They're frost-free from. She said they're frost-free from mid-November to mid-April, but that doesn't mean that they get any frost in the winter. They still may go frost-free and not have anything, but it's their low temperatures are like 10 degrees or something like that. She said.
Yeah.
So. And you got some apple trees that are sprawled out on that fence, which makes them pretty nice. A couple cold frames there. She said they use canvas. If it gets cold, they'll go like canvas over the top their cold frames, which is pretty cool. They got a bunch of collards growing in here.
Some peppers.
Some peppers. Cayenne peppers. They're ripe and ready. And they got some, I'm going to guess that is oregano. It's basil, sorry. Some kind of basil. I'm not sure exactly what kind. I would guess that to be an apple tree as well, but the thing says it's a plum. And they got some peppers there growing. Some really tall corn. I would have thought that was Sudan grass, but it says it's corn. So. And they got some beans. Fair many beans out through there. I'm not real sure what this is. Where I come from, I'd call it a weed, but I'm sure it's there for a reason. There's another tree. Not sure what kind of tree that is. Probably an apple of some sort, or definitely a fruit-bearing tree for sure. They got a lot of beans. See, around home it already froze 3 or 4 times at the house, so all this stuff would be dead already at home. And you got this fenced off. We won't allow back in there, but that's their nursery. We got a water barrel there, and I'm gonna guess that's the compost back in there. You got a tarp over the one, and the other one's still out in the air. And you got some trees in pots. And sage right there growing, got a lot of it. Not sure what kind of tree this is. It's a peach, blood peach. Got some nice fences too. I noticed several different places around here. And it's pretty neat how they got them woven.
Geraniums and
Woven willow fences. You'll definitely keep the rabbits out.
geraniums.
Okay, geraniums. Big peppers. More basil. Some birdhouse gourds. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So what they did with these is they would let these dry out, probably on the vine, I would imagine. And then they would open this up and dig out all the guts and stuff, and then they would make a watering spoon out of that, so you could dip it in your water and drink it. It's pretty neat.
I love this.
I have it. Yeah, that arbor is
Nice and
pretty
big.
nice. Then they, of course, they keep it pretty back, but
Yeah.
if you had this at your house, you could have them gourds hanging everywhere in here.
Put a little picnic table in here.
You could keep you in the shade. Got lots of stuff growing. They got a bunch of bricks and brick and clay over here, and then they got a water bucket.
Tell them the story behind the shelf.
Give me a minute. I was going to tell them the story behind that.
Oh, okay. The place up.
I asked the lady in charge here, the gardening expert for the time period, if they put them broken clay particles in their compost, and she said they do not. They use them to fill holes and put them in other pots, so the drain holes don't plug up. But they don't use them in their compost. And sometimes the brick they'll put in broken parts in the driveways or whatever. They don't use them like that. But the shells, I asked her about the oyster shells because they're everywhere in walkways throughout the whole town. And they import them in from Florida. They're not allowed to get them from here anymore locally like they used to. But they got a really nice garden.
Look at the onions.
Yeah, they got lots of onions. But I'm going to guess them collards. They might be, it's probably kale or something. Oh, broccoli, purple broccoli, okay. And that's Swiss chard. Right there, Swiss chard. Then they got cauliflower. Right there. That's cabbage. They won't let you in there, that part's fenced off. And then they got more kales and carrots all the way to the far end, and onions down past that. And they got lettuces. Everything here is mounded. I didn't get a chance to ask why, but they are all mounded everywhere.
Maybe to help with rain. And
Yeah, I'm sure some of it is. But I'm sure there's a reason for it.
then we got Viola Flowers.
Yeah. Because I'm sure they use them for. And out there, she said they did that so whenever it gets cold, they can start a fire and stay warm this winter when they're working. But the gardens are beautiful. And you got cold frames over on the walls. Parsley's. If you see through there, that's nasturtiums growing down in there. It's really bright out this morning. You got baskets in there preserving there. You can get some sweet potatoes in there curing.
Parsley.
Mm-hmm.
And they got the.
And we have these, they have shade. One's for shade, and then they have ones for glass. One's for heat, too, for the winter months, which is pretty nice.
And that.
All the sweet potatoes.
I don't know what that means, but that's beautiful.
It is pretty. I'm not sure what kind of tree that is here, but it's got a seed
wow.
pod on it.
It does, don't it?
That's a magnolia, southern magnolia, I do believe.
That's beautiful bark.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what kind of them are either. What was that called, sir?
It's called a Jews Harp. It's called a Jews Harp, yes. So this next song is one that, it's kind of fun to talk about this. It proves that people in the colonial period had a lot in common with people in the 21st century. This is a courting song, a love song. Certainly we have courting songs and love songs nowadays. This is was originally part of an opera that was performed right here in Williamsburg twice, called the Beggar's Opera. This song is called One Misty, Moisty Morning. One misty, moisty morning, when cloudy was the weather, I met with an old man who was clothing all in leather. He wore a shirt upon his back, but wool unto his skin, singing, how did you and how did you and how did you again? I went a little further, and there I met a maid. She's going a-milking, well, a-milking, so she said. And I began to compliment, and she began to sing, singing, how did you and how did you and how did you again?
So we're here at the Governor's Palace in Colonial Williamsburg, and this is their garden. Obviously this down here's got a cover crop in it. This here's some clover, probably crimson clover, I would assume, and that's definitely winter rye. So they put a cover crop in. I don't know if they would have back in the day or not. I would assume they knew. They even had some buckwheat in there too. Actually, it looks like they might have had some potatoes that they didn't get pulled out of there. But they got some buckwheat, some clover, some rye. So they got a really good cover crop in this area. Looks like they got asparagus over here. Let's go check it out. And grapes. I don't know what kind they are, but they got some grapes. Asparagus patch looks really nice. Definitely farmed out. I don't know when they'll die here. If they do, maybe they don't even die here. I couldn't tell you for sure. I would assume they would. They get, that one lady at the other gardens told us it gets down to 10 degrees, but sometimes it'll get actually in the single digits. But through the day, it always warms up enough that it thaws things out. It never stays froze through the day.
Must be nice.
I wouldn't know. This garden is pretty nice how they have it tiered up like this.
Next tier up.
We have a lot of greens in here. Cabbage. Some more red cabbage. Some other cabbage. Some more cabbage. Actually, looks like it's all cabbage, except for down there some kale and some collards. Got some collards. Kale looks really good. Then they got some cardoons. These are cardoons. There's bees on them, which is alright. They're not hurting nothing. But these cardoons is edible. The stem, this part is edible. Never ate them before, but they claim they're really tasty. We've got some ladybugs and bees. There's cardoons in a lot of spots around here, I noticed, in the city. Not that it's a city, but they call it a city. Got more ladybugs. Yeah.
Ladybugs, good.
Ladybugs, good. Good shard. Looks good. Their Swiss chard looks good.
Yeah.
And then there you got the red chard. Lettuce. Huh, interesting. It doesn't really look like a lettuce that I've ever seen. More lettuce. Got peas coming here, and they got little trellises for the peas, which is pretty neat.
It is pretty cool.
And they got peas are just starting to come up.
Yep. And back there is
Back there is some leeks. These are the leeks before. They got some cabbages and stuff out through there, just cold hardy crops. They got some horseradish right there.
Yep.
Horseradish. Fairly young plants. Nothing else in there. They got some onions or something growing.
I was gonna say, yeah.
And you got some herbs.
Horehound? Yeah.
That's what it is, horehound. Huh. Doesn't really have a smell.
Really?
I can't smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah. More asparagus. Oh, that's fennel.
Fennel?
Huh?
Wow. They like that big.
Yeah, very big. Very, very big. Definitely lost some seeds out of it.
Yeah.
Which is fine. They may have let that go to seed just for that reason. I'm sure they probably collected a bunch, but I'm sure there's going to be fennel growing there next year as well. Salad brunette.
Mmm. Oregano.
This here is summer savory. I'm not sure what that is, but that here's got like an oregano smell to it. To me, that smells like oregano, but that's me.
Some violas, flat leaf parsley,
Hyssops, chives.
a little bit of everything mixed in.
But the garden itself is pretty cool from up here.
Oh, you can definitely see the tiers, like walking steps, but they're definitely not. You need to have steps in, or a walk pathway.
Yeah. I'm sure them steps here was there last year, back in the time period as well. And you got water. And that probably runs to the pond.
Okay. Chocolate mint, orange mint.
Orange mint, interesting. Johnny jump ups. I've heard of them, but I don't know what they are. Sorrel. Around home they call them weeds, but everybody grows them down here. Sorrel. They're edible green.
It's a flower.
I'm not sure how you would say it. There's lemon balm.
Dill.
Sage. There's sage. Yeah, there is. Everybody has sage in their gardens down here.
Lots of sage.
There is lots of sage down here. Yarrow. I don't even see any. Oh, it's right there. It's pretty small. They got more sorrel. Oreganos. Really nice garden.
Yep.
Not sure what kind of tree that is.
Oh, there's strawberries in the Barrel?
Yeah, there is strawberries in the barrel. They got holes in the barrel. Huh? So then you just water. That's the water.
Okay.
Interesting. This is, I don't know what kind of tree that is, but some kind of apple. I'm sure they're edible. I'm not going to eat one to find out. Probably give them crabs, and I don't want the crabs today.
Alright.
Yeah, interesting.
Rather. And so as a result of that, once he opened his orders, he realized he was coming. But his expeditionary force only numbered about 4,500 men. So not a lot of soldiers. In fact, when he meets Washington for the first time in September of 1780 at Hartford, Connecticut, Washington has expressed his desire to attack New York City, and Rochambeau simply said, "We do not have sufficient forces to attack New York City. We will need nearly 20,000 additional soldiers in order to take part in that." So in truth, Rochambeau actually sent his son, Donatien, back to Versailles to request of the king. And when he spoke with the king would not send 20,000 men, but he said you could use the French fleet that was guarding the lucrative sugar islands of Martinique, Guadeloupe, and Saint-Domingue under Admiral de Grasse. So when all those French forces would assemble here in Williamsburg along with Washington, they would be reinforced with 3,500 additional troops under the Marquis de Saint-Simon. So when you look at the siege of Yorktown, there are 8,000 plus French regular army soldiers. 40 miles in that direction, there are 10,000 French sailors and marines on board 27 ships of the line. Add that, there were 7,500 American regulars, or what we call continentals, and the remainder would be made up of what we call militia. Militia is any able-bodied man from 16 to 60 years of age that is capable of bearing arms. Many of those militia had already served, so they were veterans of the Continental Line. So that would be the largest contingent of French troops that would be dispatched here to the Americas. But we must also remember that North America is not the only theater of operations. There are battles being fought in India, in Africa, in the West Indies. Gibraltar was being besieged by a combined French and Spanish army. England was under threat of invasion. So these forces were really dispersed across the globe as a result.